This video explains how to solve linear equations that involve fractions. And in this first part, we'll look at equations that have a fractional coefficient. So before we get started, I just want to quickly review how to multiply fractions. Remember that you can multiply fractions across the numerators and across the denominators. So in this one we would get 12/15ths, which would need to be simplified. If I divide those by 3, I would get 4/5. Now the other way to arrive at 4/5 is before you do the multiplication, look back here and notice that these two factors, look back here and notice that the numerator and denominator here share a common factor of 3, and so I could have divided by 3 here. 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 3 divides into 3 1 time, and if I multiply across there, 2 times 2 gives me the 4 that I had here, and 1 times 5 gives me the 5. So if I can, I always like to simplify ahead of time. In this second product, I have 2 here and 2 here, and I also have 3 here and 3 here. So both numerators and denominators have common factor. If I divide those by 2, I get 1. If I divide those by 3, I get 1. So that product is 1, and that's because those two fractions are reciprocals. Same thing down here. 5 divided by 5 is 1 in both cases, so that product is 1. So whenever you multiply reciprocals, you get 1. And we're going to use that fact when we solve equations. Remember that when you're solving an equation for x, you're trying to get x equals some number. And that number, well, the step before it typically says 1x equals some number. Remember, 1 times x is the same as x. So my goal is always to take this coefficient, in this case it's 3/5, and turn it into a 1. And what I'm going to do to make that happen is multiply by the reciprocal. So here, in order to make that 3/5 turn into a 1, I'm going to introduce a multiplier of its reciprocal, which is 5/3. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, put a 5/3 there. So then on the left, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 5 divided by 5 is 1. I really do get 1x. And on the right side, I need to give myself a little bit more space here. Negative 1/2 times 5/3, nothing will cancel there, so I just get negative 5/6. So my solution is x equals negative 5/6. Let's look at another example. Same idea. I have a fractional coefficient, a fractional multiplier of x, and to get rid of that and turn it into 1x, I need to multiply by the reciprocal. So right now, this coefficient is 3/4, and this negative is also part of it. So in order to turn that into a 1, I need to use the reciprocal, which is negative 4/3. And so I also need to put a negative 4/3 multiplier on the other side. So on the right side, this negative times this negative, that's the positive, and the coefficient turns into 1 because those are reciprocals. Then on the left side, if I want, I can multiply across the top and across the bottom, or I can cancel the 3 and the 6. Either way, negative 4/3 times 6/1 turns out to be negative 8. So my solution in this one is x equals negative 8. Then I have one more, which involves a second term on the left-hand side, and the way we deal with that is the way we've dealt with it in other equations, which is to first get rid of that -5. So I've got 2/3 x minus 5 equals -1. First I want to get rid of this minus 5. So to get rid of a minus 5 on the left side, I have to add 5. So this becomes 2/3 x equals 4. Now we're back to the same type of equation we just had. My goal is to get 1x. Since my goal is to get 1x, I need to use the reciprocal of the coefficient. So 2/3, the reciprocal of that is 3/2. Because I put that on the left side, I have to put a multiplier on the right side. On the left side, all of the coefficients turn into 1s, so I get 1x. And on the right side, 4/1 times 3/2 is 6. So my solution is x equals 6. So that's the first type of fraction that you will encounter in linear equations.